Joy to the world! Merry Christmas, everybody! So, Doctor Who is back for its yearly tradition of its Christmas special, Joy to the World. So, before we get into anything, I'm going to warn you here right now, there are going to be spoilers, so beware of that. Okay, so there's your spoiler warning. Okay, so, yeah, Joy to the World. So, this stars Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor, and we have Nicola, what's her face from Bridgerton. Oh, and Derry Girls, can't forget that. So yeah, the Doctor finds himself in the far future in 4202 and is in the Time Hotel where you can have Christmas everywhere all at once. And there's this briefcase which latches onto a host, and we see the Doctor run into a young woman named Joy, and she ends up being connected to this briefcase which has star in it, star seed, and basically the Doctor has to work out what this star seed is, and he manages to give himself a code from his future self, then spends a whole year at the hotel where Joy's staying for a time window to open, and befriends the receptionist woman along the way, and spends a year with her having a weekly session called Chair Night. And then, of course, the Doctor gets his time loop. We see what happens when his future self, he comes face to face with his future self, and we're like, oh, okay, so yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. And then, Joy and the Doctor find themselves in prehistoric times where a T-Rex eats the star seed, and yeah, millions of years later, the star is found entombed, and the Doctor goes through all the time zones that we've seen throughout the episode and manages to pull it open, and the Doctor notices Joy has consumed the star seed, but it's alright. She is the star seed, and she's becoming something more. She's becoming a star, and she is Joy. That's the character's name, Joy. And then all the people who have taken hold of the star seed are now alive within the star. And we even see Joy, we find out that her mother was sick and died during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, so for the first time in the show, the pandemic is referenced and mentioned, so that definitely happened within the Whoniverse. Of course it did. It's a historical point in time now at this point, the COVID-19 pandemic, which was a bit of a sad time. It was a difficult time for us all. I mean, who can forget that year? 4 years ago as well. But we see a happy ending in that, where Joy is reunited with her mother. We even get a little cameo from Ruby Sunday with the Gibson. And then the Doctor realises that star, because Joy becomes a star that goes out into the far reaches out into space. And then we get a nice reference to the Nativity. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's the Star of Bethlehem. So that's how Joy became in the end. The Star of Bethlehem. And that's what they all meant when it went Joy to the World, which I liked. I like that they referenced that carol. So yeah, that's the plot. So what did I like? Ncuti Gatwa was great. I thought he was energetic and fun and witty and wore his long leather coat again. I also feel that he had more of a good friendship going with the hotel receptionist woman, which I've forgot her name now. But, yeah, we see that whole montage. And, Joy, I liked her character, but I feel she didn't get as much screen time as the trailers and promotions made her out to be. But she was a good guest star, a good one-off companion for that special. And, yeah, I like the performances from Ncuti and, the Joy actress and the receptionist actress, whose name I've forgotten. We even got a Silurian in there, who was played by that bloke from Sherlock. I can't remember who he played now, but we see him, this time as a Silurian. So, we see the Silurian in this, just one Silurian. He plays the manager of the hotel. And we get Stephen Moffat writing. So for the first time ever this is like the first Christmas special to not be written by the showrunner. However, Stephen Moffat is a former showrunner, and Russell T Davies obviously entrusted him well enough to pen the episode. So we got that. So Stephen Moffat wrote this. And of course, with it being a Moffat episode, there are those wibbly bobbly, timey wimey, complicated stuff that, but that's what I expect from Moffat's writing, so yeah, I get that. So yeah, the writing was a bit all over the place, but it was decent enough. I thought it had good visual effects, especially one moment where the Doctor's got a mop. I feel that was a reference to the Sorcerer's Apprentice segment in Fantasia. After all, this is funded by Disney, of course. But yeah, we have that. Also, at one point the Doctor gets a plunger, and I'm thinking, yeah, the Daleks. He asks if it's deadly. I think, yeah, I know that, the Daleks. Wonder if we'll see the Daleks return in season 2. But also we got, a lot of fun references, some good timey-wimey stuff going on. But of course, will I look back at this episode and look at it as a great one? Probably not. I will probably have a few flaws with it when revisiting. I'll definitely revisit it and also review this episode properly before season 2 premieres. I'm assuming that's going to be in the spring. No word on a season 3 yet, but yeah, if it doesn't get greenlit for season 3 by Disney, the BBC will definitely pick it up, which isn't going to be the worst thing in the world if Disney drops out. And they said no more gap years, but if season 2 airs in the spring of 2025, we'll know for sure if the third season is coming with a Disney deal. And so we probably will get a season 3. It probably won't be in early 2026. I'm thinking worst case scenario, late 2026. In the later half. But I could be wrong. I don't know. But look, Doctor Who ended once. Well, it didn't actually end. It was cancelled, but we now look at that as a 16-year hiatus with a TV movie in between. But yeah, I thought this one was very decent, very Christmassy, very festive. So my ratings, what am I going to rate this one? I will give the writing a 7, the visuals an 8. The performances, I always start with the performances, don't I? So performances, I will give them an 8, and my personal, I'll give it a 7. So not a weak episode, but just, it was decent enough. It was a nice treat for Christmas Day. So there you go. There are my Who review thoughts on Joy to the World. What did you think to it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Yeah. So let me know what you think to it down in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who review thoughts on Doctor Who, Joy to the World. So, until next time, run for your life.